And we have the high ground. On liberty, they live in a valley where the desert never blooms freedom because they want to take it away from you. So make no mistake, when it comes to issues, it is the Republican Party, the conservatives of Texas, the Tea Partiers of Texas who have the high ground. And in November, we will win not on personal attacks, we will win on the high ground of issues. Yeah. There's a biblical principle. And the biblical principle says the harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. Well, in politics, let me tell you what. The harvest of Democrats who are minority members of our population is plenty. We just have to go out there and tell them who we are, what we stand for, and we will bring them into our party. Letitia Vanderpute, who is my opponent, is a nice lady. She sits behind me on the Senate floor, but she's wrong on the issues. There's nothing she stands for that has anything in common with any Republican in the state of Texas, or in America for that matter. But we can go to minority voters who have voted Democrat all their lives and tell them who we are. Show up and respect them. Listen to them. And then tell them what we stand for. Life, and economic opportunity, and educational opportunity. Tell them that we stand with them for the future of their family. And I have a challenge for all of you. Governor soon-to-be, General Abbott gave you a challenge, said one more. Here's my challenge. I want you to find 10 people that you know, you work with your neighbors, that vote Democrat. I want you to find 2 a month for 5 months. 10,000 of you are here. That's 100,000 voters between now and November. I want you to bring from their party to our party by just going to them, listening to them, and telling them who we are. We're proud to be Republicans. And Letitia Vanderpute and Wendy Davis are the same candidate. They both are for abortion. They are against school choice. They want higher taxes. They support Obamacare. And they don't want to secure the border. In fact, General Abbott and I are running against Letitia Davis and Wendy Vanderpute. It's the same candidate. All the Democrats are alike. And this idea that somehow that we're not going to be able to attract Hispanic voters to our party over immigration is wrong. And everyone has it wrong. Because Mexican Americans, all Hispanics, want the same thing that you want. They want a secure border. We're not against legal immigration. We are against illegal immigration. And so are millions of Hispanic Americans. People coming here illegally keep their wages down. They see the impact in their crowded schools and their overcrowded emergency rooms. They are with us on securing the border. And we as a party must be respectful. We must reach out, talk about issues, but we must not step back from being bold on the issue that impacts this country and this state, and that's people pouring across our border every week. I'll give you some facts that you can share. They're just the truth. We have 100,000 gang members here in this state of Texas, we believe, who are here illegally. In 4 years, we had 143,000 hardened criminals we arrested and put in our jails that came here illegally. Not people coming to look for the American dream, hardened criminals. And what did Obama do? He released 36,000 of them back into our communities, including 193 murders across the country. 79% went back into San Antonio. The Democrats will not stand for safe communities for Hispanic citizens, but we will. And right now, we have a crisis of nearly 70,000 unaccompanied adult, rather alien children who have come into Texas in the last several months on train tops, if you've seen the Breitbart photographs, stacked up like wood in emergency centers because they're so crowded. And how does that impact you, besides being a humanitarian crisis for those young people? Right now, our service centers that we would need in an emergency if we had a big hurricane are almost full. So we would not have many places to evacuate our own citizens, including Mexican Americans and Anglo Americans and African Americans and every Texan. So we must secure the border because it's the right thing to do. It's about law. And we must also be for legal immigration at the same time and ask Washington to act. And we need to send a message to John Boehner that we do not want a bill that gives amnesty to those who are coming here and those who are here because it will only bring millions more. Then reasonable men and women will get together and address the issue of the people who are here, but border security first and no pathway to citizenship. Ted Cruz and I share the same view on this. Border security first, no pathway to citizenship, and then we will address the people who are here, and we will do it the right way. As your next Lieutenant Governor, I will not let a budget come to the floor that does not fully fund border security as recommended by law enforcement in the state of Texas. And when people ask me, Dan, when will we know the border is secured? It's real simple. When Texas tells Washington it's secured, not when Washington tells Texas it's secured. Reach out to every Texan this election. I'm going to go into Democratic strongholds and I'm going to tell them about school choice and educational opportunities. Because we have a 40 to 50% dropout rate in our inner city schools, and that cannot stand for those families and for our state. I'm going to talk about lowering property taxes so every Texan can afford to live in their home, especially when they pay for it. They don't have to rent it at a high price from the state of Texas for the rest of their lives. And we're going to get that done. And as you heard me say, I'm not going to appoint half the Democrats to be committee chairman anymore. We need bold, conservative Republicans in every office in every state from Washington to Texas that have a relentless pursuit of our agenda as the Democrats have a relentless pursuit of theirs when they are in power. But we will do it by respecting the other side. We will do it by listening, but we will win on the issues that you elected us to pass. And we're going to start in the Texas Senate in 2015. Let me conclude by saying this. I'm eternally grateful to all of you who gave me your trust and your vote. We started this race about 30 points behind a year ago. And I came to your communities all across Texas, over 1,000 meetings. And I listened, I shared my vision, I had 3 tough opponents, and in the end you gave me your trust and your vote. I've been a senator for Senate District 7 for 7 years, and I think they would say I've never let them down. I'm not going to let you down. I'm not worried about what the media says about what we stand for. I'm not worried about what the Democrats say about what we stand for. I worry about getting an A from you on your report card at the end of the next session. That's what I'm focused on. You elected me, not the media and not the Democrats. Now, as I traveled across Texas, I didn't have an entourage. I'm a conservative guy. Got to save money as we travel. Motel 6 is okay. They keep the light on for you. Breakfast is free at the Hampton. Although in Midland, the Hampton is very expensive. Oil is doing very well out there. You know, anyone who's looking for a job in America, go to Midland. McDonald's is paying a $5,000 bonus and $14 an hour to go to work at some of those places. Oil and gas. God has guided, provided, and protected through this race. I'm a blessed person. Some of you have my Proverbs 21:31. The horse is made ready for battle, but the victory is his. We need to mount up for November. Amen. We need to prepare for battle, and the Lord will deliver the victory.